Hello everyone, this is Elise, and today I want to share with you some thoughts about why Billie Eilish is a project. Yes, commercial project. And I don't want to share here my own opinion. I just want to think together with you, and I want to use the logic, simply as that. And let's try it, okay? Why do I think that probably Billie Eilish is a project of those companies who owns her? First of all, Billie Eilish is a girl whose image is like a girl next door, like a normal teenager who's many like everyone else. Like there's many teenagers out there, and they have the same thoughts, the same dreams, and they have the same problems as Billie Eilish do, at least when she performs and when she giving interviews, and the fact that she came out of nowhere just from making music in her room, sitting there and composing music, and then she made a huge breakthrough. She became extremely popular, one of the biggest pop star out there, and that's making her the biggest dream, the leader of all the teenagers, because I think every single teenager in the world, and especially in America, is dreaming of becoming popular. It doesn't necessarily mean that everyone needs to be famous, like world famous or making music or whatever, but every teenager, that's the psychology of teenager, every teenager wants to be popular, whether among his auntie, his like siblings, like teenagers also, and friends, or he wants to be popular in the world as an actor, as a singer, whatever. But most teenagers want the popularity. They're their biggest dream. And when someone as simple as them, obviously Billie Eilish is not a beauty icon, and she's not like some glamorous as, for example, Ariana Grande is. She's not as glamorous, but she's so simple, like the girl next door, and she just sits in her room and creates music, and then like boom, and she became popular. She got the record deal and everything. This almost a Cinderella story, old as this world. Okay, maybe her story, her origin story is fake. And here's why. Because, first of all, yes, maybe she started from creating music a few years ago in her room, but who was helping her? That was her brother. Actually, her brother was the one who was creating music for her, some songs, as the legend said about her. And that brother, already famous actor in Hollywood. And what that means? That means that if he is a famous actor in Hollywood, that means only one thing. He already has pretty much of contacts in Hollywood with the people they need to promote his sister. He has this contact, simply as that. And also, probably Billie Eilish is not from poor family, especially if her brother is famous. I don't think she's from the poor family. She's probably already was pretty wealthy. At least she's not poor, and she has some money and she has connection. That's a big deal for someone who's starting a music career. I think so. And maybe that was her chance, her ticket to become famous to the music industry. And also, some strange thing to me is that already in 2016, she just signing a contract with the Interscope Records, or some part of Interscope, I'm not sure about it, and that means that she already was taken by the record label from out of nowhere. Probably her contacts helped her, and since then she's starting to become popular. And after that, she was slowly grown in her popularity, and looks like she earns popularity as more, and as more money they invest in her. And it's not about the talent of Billie Eilish or what she can do or what she cannot do. It's not about this. It's just only about that the Billie Eilish is the project. And I think her image of simple girl next door was made up for her, because this is probably would be the best business model to sell the product. And what is the product? The product is Billie Eilish. It's a product of the labels who owns her as an artist. And the most simple way to sell your product is to create a legend for her, which can help her to be even more popular. Because when you're selling dreams, that's the best thing you can sell, actually. When it comes to dreams, people becoming very sensitive about this, like especially teenagers. When they see something similar to them, like someone who can understand them, they follow him if he is successful, like Billie Eilish. Just like she was so simple, out of nowhere, and she became famous. That's the old business and show business technology. You know, if you go deep in history and you can check other artists, for example, Hollywood, it wasn't invented just now, this technology. Like Hollywood was invented a long time ago. Everyone knows Marilyn Monroe. She was an actress in 40s, 50s and beginning of 60s, and she was extremely successful. And because, of course, she was so talented, just extremely talented, she was so precious. But at that moment, in 40s, 50s, the power of companies was even stronger than now over the artists. After when she signed a contract with them, whatever they say, artists had to do. Like Marilyn Monroe, of course she was talented, but they created image for her. I think that's a well-known fact, that they create image for her of some kind of girl next door who came out of working class, that she was simple, she was not someone special, and then she made it. Like she became the most beautiful icon in the world. She can use, it's like a symbol of a girl next door who don't have to be too rich to go and buy beautiful dresses that can be cheap, and she can buy some makeup, and she can use her charm, and she can become a big star. She can become very pretty, and people associate her with themselves because of her character. She was so funny and nice. I don't know, she was so pretty, and she has a great personality. Everyone likes her, and that is why she became very successful. But that was a part of technology of the Hollywood, even at the moment, like many years ago. And the other companies, when they see the success of Marilyn, they also wanted to have their own Marilyn, each of them. Like there's many rivals of Marilyn Monroe most of her time, like in Britain, in America, in other Hollywood companies. They starting to invent their own Marilyn Monroe like actresses. Of course, I don't think even single one of them beat up the Marilyn Monroe. I don't think that even single one of them beat up the Marilyn Monroe, because Marilyn Monroe was so special. But let's admit, she was made up by companies, and that was long ago. So why people believe that since then Hollywood does not use his own old experience and old skills in technologies, how to promote your artist better, how to sell your artist, and what to do? Of course they will use this experience, I'm sure about that. This is just logical, this is just so simple, and this is the best way and the simplest way to earn money. Like, they are businessmen, they have to create a plan, their business plan, and they have to be sure that this product will be sold, it will be successful, because they will not invest money in it otherwise. And when they see how Billie Eilish is easy to do anything they told her, anything they say to her, she's ready to do anything for her image, for her career. She's like, obviously she's acting a bit like a puppet of them, like whatever they say she does. Like, you know, some very talented artists who are very special, they trying to fight this kind of politics of labels. For example, like Michael Jackson past was fighting his company, and he didn't want to be owned by them, like totally, like absolutely. He had the right to decide what to do about his music, about his albums, about his performances, because he was so talented. And as more talent artist has, as more power he has over the record label, and vice versa. When the artist is just like a puppet and he doesn't have much of his talent, or he has but he's not super special enough, then the label will come and dictate. Label will say whatever he wants to say and own the artist. Like, this is simple. And also, when it comes to the music, like they say that Billie Eilish is writing music, well, I'm not saying that she's absolutely not involved in this process. Probably she is, but how she's involved? Because, you know, music creating process is so a long timing process. Like, you have to spend a lot of time on it. Like, for example, you start to create music, you have to get some inspiration, or sometimes some musicians writing music without inspiration. They just like they creating it from their head, just like right away. But you have to write the melody, you have to write the lyrics. After that, this is not the end. You have to record the vocals, you have to record the instruments, you have to mix it all together. You have to act as a music producer, especially if you are one single person. That will takes a lot of time, a lot of your personal time. But then you also have to fix the sound quality, like you must be a sound engineer also. Then you have to be a publisher and everything. That takes a lot of process, a lot of time, and that's why you can check out any song, any popular song out there, and you will see in the internet there's information of each song, and you will see that there's few authors, few music producer for each song, few sound engineers, lyrics writer, music composer, melody composer, and this is all together. It's the team who creates the music. Like, to create as many music as now releasing every day, that would be really hard if one person will do this. That's why they involve the whole team in it. And there is very special producers out there who receiving money for their skills, like, to release a really good quality song which can be successful, like for sure successful, or almost sure. You have to hire a really good skilled music producer, and they're receiving the big money for their job, for what they do, and they totally, absolutely deserve this money because they skills are very high. They like record company who hires those producers must be sure that this particular song on this album will be successful. This is very important. That's why there is a few producers who are very, very famous and who's owning not owning, but who's playing in the game, in the music industry for a long time, long period, because they're so reliable in what they do. Like, for example, Quincy Jones in the past, Max Martin for nowadays, and since 25 years ago was so successful as a music producer, and he's reliable. Like, there's also Pharrell, there's some very famous producers, and those producers who are less successful, like one of their song can be very successful and the other one not so much, they hire them more rare. Like, that's why those producers not creating music like for a long period or constantly, they're more like from time to time. So it all depends, but it always take so much time and so much work of a team on it, not just one person. So if you think about it and you know everything about the music creating process, at least you have the image of it, you imagine what it could be. Look at Billie Eilish. Where the hell she can get the time for this whole difficult creating process when she is out there almost every day? She's meeting journalists, she's going for TV shows, she's going for interview, she's appearing on the concerts, she performs, she goes to Grammys, she goes to, I don't know, maybe Helen show, wherever. She goes everywhere. She's always out there. How she can be a part of music creating process? At least only when she's recording her vocals, okay? She came to studio, producer told her what to sing and how to sing, or maybe she a little bit involved in this process, and she also sings something from herself, like she's a little bit involving, but it's not enough. And then she goes out and she continues to promote her career, promote her personality. She's always out there. She simply don't have time, obviously, to be concentrated on the music creating process. And also concentration is very, very important when it comes to big business like that. And in music, especially when you're creating a good music, that's a whole concentration. You have to put all your attention to it. How the Billie Eilish can concentrate on the music when she's always out there, here and here. She always has to act, she always has to go. It's more looks like a puppet, okay? And that is why I don't believe that she is creating music, because it's not only because of her age. There is people who are very young but very talented and very successful in music, but this is hard to do everything at the same time, like to be a popular artist and to create music yourself, like be involved totally in this process. I believe that she can change her melody a little bit, or give some ideas to the producer, or she can sing something in her vocal, she can make some vocals special, but that's all. Maybe she can add some lyrics in the lyrics of the particular song, but that's it. I don't think she has time. This is obviously not possible. Just logically, it's not possible. And this is not only about Billie Eilish. So many other artists also the same, just like her. Of course, there is very famous and very talented people, but even nowadays, like music business industry changed a little bit. Like in past, when labels were invented, they usually was started and running by musicians. So musicians was checking out for new talents and grabbing them because they had a musical taste and not only business skills. But now, music releasing so oftenly. Like before, it was once a year, one album, but now every day new music, new on Viva channel, out there. Every time there's so many music, and it's more a quantity, it's more an amount of songs than a quality. Like I seriously don't remember right now any artist who's as huge as Michael Jackson or Queen or Elvis Presley. I don't think there is such huge artists, legend, I mean. So you see, things change, obviously, and now music companies more thinking about earnings, and that means that they will act like a businessman, and they will do whatever it takes to earn more money. That is why they're promoting Billie Eilish so hard. That's why they're giving her Grammys, and that's why they're creating such image for her, so she can be even more successful and stay there for longer period and bringing a lot of earnings to them. That's as simple as that. Tell me in the comment sections, what do you think about it? Are you agree, or maybe something that I missed? And if you want to talk more about this subject, just request in the comments. What do you think about it, and what do you want me to talk about more? So this was just my logical thoughts on this. It's not like my opinion. I'm not like strictly believing in that, but I think this is very possible, because when you think logically, this is becoming so obvious, as simple as that. And I hope you like this video, and those of you who are fans of my music, please don't forget to check out my Patreon page, because I renewed for you. I wrote everything in details. Why it's so important for you to check my Patreon page, how you can help me, because I need your help for promotion my music, promotion as an artist. And if you're a fan of what I do, please don't forget to check the Patreon page. And also Subscribe Star is another service where you can subscribe for me, and that will be very helpful. You can find there all the exclusive information like articles, music, only for subscribers there. So don't forget to check it, okay? And see you soon. And bye. Thank you.